Our broadcast today. This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, "Can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those three qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here." Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, and I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Hayward can't hit. Simmons passes to Horford and finished off by Horford.
Now, you can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Shoots the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Now here's Simmons. Embiid with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Embiid finds Simmons. From the stripe. Can't hit that one. And the Celtics going the other way now. To the paint. Here's Tatum. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Well, you love the skill set. Tatum can take you a number of ways inside. Defensively, it is tough to guess right.
Simmons against Walker. Goes up on the block. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Walker penetrating. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Here's Cantor after Ben Simmons' bucket. Walker's shot is off.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call, foul on Boston.
Awesome at cutting inside. The quick feet of Simmons are hard to keep up with on the drive.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Smart's checked in for Walker.
Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little, I guess.
Harris looking it over. Stolen by Smart. On the wing, Brown. Back to Smart. Tatum passes to Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
Out of Willard High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked 2nd in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
And the first one drops. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdul-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players League.
Now, here's Brown, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Brown, good.
Oh, you love to see Brown knock down the 3-ball, showing great strides in improving his range.
Passes it to Horford. Back to Simmons. The pass to Richardson. Here's Horford. The 76ers with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Smart dishes to Tatum. Brown kicks to Tatum. For the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And the shot goes down. Simmons got 7 points. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. It's a 3-point game. There's the dish to Tatum. Clock at 6. It's Brown with the drive. Here's Cantor. Good work defensively by Richardson. And it's Brown missing.
And he's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Here's Harris. That one wide left. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum, that's for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
A savvy move by Tatum. He's not just running the floor. He's running with the purpose of exploiting a defensive weakness.
Here's Harris. Back to Simmons. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 9 points in the game so far.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4-5.
Tatum with it. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Pulls up.
The massive wingspan of Embiid. I mean, it really annoys scorers. I mean, he's effective at getting into the airspace of shooters.
And so. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he
coming from the place where, baseball is what's
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's Bolden in at the 4.
Has a great feel for where defenders are on the court. Tatum navigates himself nicely.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, the Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And the 76ers making a change here. Smith has checked in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And after an incredible rookie season, Jason Tatum back to earth just a bit, Chris, in year 2.
Oh, yeah, and all that talent. Tatum getting to the line 6 times a game. That's how you put pressure on the defense.
Now here's Walker. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Smart against Smith. Simmons finds Embiid. That one falls. Embiid's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Smart passes to Walker. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Harris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That's good from Harris. Just one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Watch Walker.
And here's Walker. Pulls it from 20, and it's Boston with another.
And when Walker gets free, he's deadly from that range. He routinely buries these looks.
Bolden passes to Harris. Pass to Bolden. Back to Harris. 5 to shoot. Over Tatum. A second chance effort, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
And he seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, the first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Jonah Bolden. Brown against Harris. Pass to Embiid. Up top, Simmons. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Simmons against Walker. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And the foul goes against Boston.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling him up.
Langford's checked in for the Celtics. No good on the second free throw. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
The guys you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact, Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Where do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum? Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tice is checked in.
This is as high percentage of a shot as you can get from Embiid. He's a powerhouse of a player. We love to do it.
Smart dishes to Tatum. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Smart kicks to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Harris. Shoots over Brown. Got it from 16 feet. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Such an efficient scorer. You know, if you give Harris these opportunities, he'll punish you from there.
Bounce pass from Smart. Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
That's amazing, the creativity. And you see how fluid an athlete Tatum is.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Harris. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 2.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter 9.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq, and Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. He had a victory. And now with the second half about to get underway, let's say...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs, and he's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
On the floor for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Smart in at the wide. Here's Embiid. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Embiid's got 8.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Here's Smart. Ben Simmons with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Richardson, good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Smart against Simmons. And there's the pass to Cantor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's just your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Enes Kanter. Walker's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Brown against Richardson. Pass to Simmons. Inside and stolen by Tatum. Walker taking his time here. Hayward outside. A 3-ball. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Simmons against Tatum. Lets a floater go. That's in. The Celtic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Simmons.
He's a tricky player. He's so difficult to guard. Simmons excels at going with the floater at the right time.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bolden's checked in.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Al Horford. And he sinks the second. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. The lead is 2. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Brown. Lets it go with a 3. They grabbed their own miss. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. The drive by Simmons. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. So we'll see Ben Simmons go to the line here. That's on Jaylen Brown. The 76ers have had an off night from the stripe tonight. And the free throw, no good.
I mean, what you can appreciate about Simmons is his all-around game. I mean, he can score, he can pass, I mean, he can rebound, and he does it all at an efficient rate.
Pass to Williams. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Simmons inside. Working on Walker. Rejected by Walker. And that one's good. Simmons. 1:36 left in the third quarter. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Williams finds Williams. Brown against Richardson. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
The pass to Simmons. From down in the low post, it goes. And now a 4-point 76ers lead. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. And that'll be his third foul so far. Walker in the post, guarded by Simmons. Simmons gets a hand on it.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Williams. There's 21 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And this is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Here's Harris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. The 76ers have had an off night from the stripe tonight. No good on the free throw.
Yeah, he was a 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Walker. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Wonderful instincts on the defensive end. I like how Simmons stayed.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be
down there. Keep playing with poise and playing together. Down here, we've given up a few more baskets at the rim. Stay pulled in. Be up to touch, weak side. Make sure you're helping us. Keep fighting.
Well, defense is huge for Coach Stevens, wanting more intensity.
And encouraging them to just be stronger down there. They're making it too easy right now.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harris is out there with Scott. And it's O'Quinn in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Simmons on the wing, guarded by Smart. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebounded by Smart. Boston's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Ojale. And here is Brown, defended by Scott. And it's Brown missing. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. A 2-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Outside, Simmons. 6 to shoot. Pass to Scott. Harris outside. gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. Passes it to Williams. Back to Smart. There's the three. But they'll get another chance. Count it, and the foul. That one on Harris.
The big hands Williams has, especially effective at just gobbling up misses on both ends.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Tatum's checked in.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well-suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Scott against Walker. From 18 feet away. That's good from Harris on the assist by Scott. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris. Celtics trail by 4. Smart passes to Williams. Walker with it. Over Simmons. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. That's a two-pointer from Walker. No good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. In the corner, Simmons with it. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And here's Walker outside. And it's Walker again missing. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Smart. Rejected by Harris.
Oh, he's known for his offense more than defense. Harris plays with the high motor, and he likes to make plays.
Simmons dishes to Richardson. Out to Harris. Wide open look. And good. He nails it. Harris has got 7 now in this quarter.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that can be a valuable asset for any offense.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. We've got 1:48 left in the game. Stolen by Walker. One-on-one fast break. And it's blocked by Simmons. Harris outside. The pass to Embiid. 11 feet away. Kept alive. Simmons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
But what about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing here by 8. Walker against Richardson. Trying to end the drought. And right on target. Good. 12 points for Kemba Walker.
And whenever the game is on the line, Walker is a great option to go to. He just has a knack for burying big shots.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Rejected by Hills. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. No luck that time either. So it's the Celtics now. 4-point game. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots it up. Walker's shot is off. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket in every second now.
And Cantor able to finish.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the ticket.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a 7+ footer who can do it all. Off the court, no one better on social media.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 4. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. From deep 3-point range, Walker's shot is off. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The 3 from Tatum. Trifecta!
Well, amazing. So much talent for Tatum, but also that it factor.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're ahead by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up taking the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it.